The Seattle Mariners have failed yet again. Let's talk about it. So I'm sure some of you are very confused when I say that the Seattle Mariners have failed and what I'm relating it to, and that is at the second base position. As we know, for the past 3 years, the Seattle Mariners have really struggled to find an everyday second baseman. When you had Adam Fraser, who really struggled when he came to the Mariners, Colton Wong, who really struggled when he came to the Mariners, and as well as Jorge Polanco this year, who is really struggling. Well, this video isn't going to be about Colton Wong and Adam Fraser. I just want to go over two things that they both struggled with when they came to the Mariners, and maybe even reasons why Jorge Polanco is struggling this season. When all three of these guys were acquired by the Seattle Mariners, we thought they were pretty good moves because these were all guys that had pretty successful careers up until this season when they joined the Mariners, but then when they got here, they really struggled for some reason, and I'm going to go into some of those details now. Something that's super interesting is that all three of these guys had different reasons when they came to the Mariners that made them struggle. Like I said, I don't want to go too much into Adam Fraser and Colton Wong because those are in the past, and they're obviously not going to be Seattle Mariners probably ever again, but I do want to go over things that they struggled with when they were Seattle Mariners that they got away from when they came to Seattle versus what they've done their entire career. So I want to start off with Colton Wong, and basically his best offensive seasons for the most part came in 2021 and 2022, right before he came to Seattle in 2023. He posted up a 109 WRC plus as well as a 116 WRC plus before becoming a Seattle Mariner. And one thing that he was always good at, as we know, he's not a power hitter, but one thing he was always good at is spraying the ball around the field, which allowed him to hit for pretty high average throughout his career. And there's one statistic that really stands out, and that is his pull percentage, so meaning how many times he pulls the ball. So in those two seasons, in the 2021, he had a 37.8% pull percentage, and then he had a little bit over a 41% in 2022. But when he came to Seattle, he had over a 45% pull percentage, which is really high compared to his previous seasons. Like I said, he was down to a 37% in one of his best offensive seasons. And one thing to consider that in is just the ballpark that they play in, because a lot of guys try to generate more power when playing in that ballpark because they know the ball does not carry as well. So that was a huge reason for Colton Wong's failures, is just his inability to spray the ball all over the field like he has most of his career, and he focused a lot on pulling, which, as we know, did not work out for him. Now let's talk a little bit about Adam Fraser, whose best offensive season for the most part was in 2021 when he was an all-star. He had a 113 WRC plus, and as we know, he also does not hit for a lot of power, and he is very good at using all fields. So now the one difference here with Adam Fraser is we're not going to be talking about pull percentage, we're going to be talking about opposite field percentage. When he was an all-star in 2021, he had a 31.4% opposite field percentage, where most of his balls would go. But when he was with the Seattle Mariners, it dropped down to a 26.8% opposite field percentage, which is a big drop off almost 5%. So again, just a little different than Colton Wong. He decided to stop using the opposite field as much, which is also a big reason he didn't have as great of an offensive year as we hoped. But now moving into Jorge Polanco, which is the present second baseman, who a lot of people are saying that we should get rid of. And I'm not really sure which side to be on, but I definitely do think he is really just struggling, and he looks really lost out there, and he looks like he does not have a lot of confidence. But like I said, all three of these guys struggle with something different. With Colton Wong, he pulled the ball too much. With Adam Fraser, he stopped hitting the ball the other way. And now with Jorge Polanco, the big thing he is struggling with is hitting fastballs. Up until this season, the lowest batting average Jorge Polanco had on fastballs throughout his career was in 2017 when he hit 244 off the fastball. His best season was when he hit 335 off fastballs in 2018, but for the most part, he sits a little bit over 270 off of them. But this season, he is hitting a career low off fastballs at a 200 batting average. Another pitch so far he's really struggling with this season is off-speed pitches. He has done pretty well off of them throughout his career, but this season he's hitting a whopping 182 off speed pitches, which for him is really low. And just to give you guys a little bit of perspective on how well he's really done off fastballs, from 2021 to 2023, before he became a Seattle Mariner, his run value off a fastball was 7 in 2021, 4 in 2022, and 7 in 2023. And this year, his run value off a fastball is -8. So that is a huge drop off for him. And for some reason as well, he is hitting a lot more ground balls. His barrel percentage is down, his exit velocity is down, his launch angle is down. Those are just some main categories where a lot of things are down for him. One other statistic that I kind of want to point out for you guys is his swing percentage. I'm going to be comparing it to his best offensive year, which was in 2021. He had a swing percentage of 49.5, which means he is a very aggressive hitter. But this season, he's down about 6% in that category. So I don't know who to blame that on, whether that's that patient approach that the Mariners have really been pushing this season, or whatever it may be. He just really is just not being as aggressive as he's been in his career. And I don't know where the disconnect is for him, but for some reason, like I said, he is literally a fastball killer. He has been a fastball killer his entire career. But for some reason with the Mariners, he just cannot hit the fastball. I don't know where that disconnect comes from, but he's still using pretty much all parts of the field. He just can't hit the fastball. It's plain and simple. And to be honest, where we're at this point with him, I think he just knows that Mariners fans don't really have his back right now. He's been booed a few times. He really is just walking up to the plate, guessing, swinging, and whatever happens, happens, and really nothing is happening. He's striking out a ton. His highest K percentage in his career was a 25.7%, which was last season, and this year he's over a 33% K percentage, so he's really just struggling and really has no confidence up at the plate. He's still walking at a pretty good clip at 9.8%, but he still just is swinging and missing a lot. But it definitely was interesting to see the difference between Adam Fraser, Colton Wong, and Jorge Polanco at the second base position when they came to Seattle. And I don't know what the answer is. I don't know if they should just put Josh Rojas there permanently or go out and try to trade for a second baseman. But we will see what happens. Hopefully they go out and make some big moves at the deadline. But yeah, the second base position has just been a genuine failure for the Seattle Mariners the past few seasons, and I don't know who the solution will be, but hopefully they find someone soon. Please let me know your guys' thoughts on this whole second base debacle that's been going on the past few seasons. But otherwise, I hope you guys did enjoy the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.